The hardest of welcomes to all of you. This is SctStarcraft and I welcome you to this third game in this best of 5 series between Mouse Sports MaNa, Protoss in the bottom left corner of its Cloud Kingdom, I guess, and Strelok, Terran player, in the upper right hand corner. If you haven't seen the previous matches before, go and see them right now. If you haven't, it's your fault that I'm going to tell you that it's 1-1. The series are tied right now. It's actually a best of 3 now, and well, both of those players have a good chance of winning the series, equal chances actually, and well, hopefully MaNa's going to win. Let's all keep our fingers crossed on MaNa. And what's Strelok going to do in this match? In both previous games, he started with a command center first. However, this supply depot is located in quite a strange place, I guess. So yeah, exactly. This time he's not going to be starting with a command center first. He started with a barracks on 13 or 12 supply, while MaNa's doing the conservative, safe gateway first. I don't think I've ever seen MaNa do Nexus first versus Terran. He's almost... I can't remember any match with him doing this build. He always does the gateway first and usually the cyber core before Nexus. However, maybe perhaps this time he's going to do something else. As always, MaNa's pylon locations are great. He always builds them spread out across his base so that he can see all incoming drops, whether they are from the bottom left side of his base or right hand of his base. He's starting Cybercore right now, while the Terran player is just one Raxing right now and started a command center. He's going to be forced to pull some SCVs out of his mineral line. Just now this Marine's going to do the trick. I forgot that he started with barracks first this time. So this Marine's going to be able to repel the probe without any problems. And MaNa seems to be accumulating minerals for command center. He hasn't built his first Zeld yet. However, I think he's going to start the warp gate research. And yes, it's very well, not nice out of Strike. It's just a way of blocking the Nexus from being built. MaNa is now forced to build a Stalker or Zealot. He's been building it even before this engineering base started to be built. And he's going to have to destroy this building, and it actually won't be destroyed because Strike is going to cancel it just before the moment it would have been destroyed, therefore stopping the creation of Nexus for quite a long time and losing almost no minerals. Well, for me it's some kind of revenge for Protoss always stopping Zergs from building a hatchery. It's almost as bad. It's actually even worse because Terrans don't lose almost any minerals for such strategy. But there's a SCV scouting around, there are some 4 Marines, there's a bunker going on, so we seem to be preparing for another macro game. MaNa's building a robo facility after one gateway. It's also very standard right now. We'll see whether MaNa goes for some kind of Colossus tech, some kind of very early Colossus tech, or perhaps he's going to do some Immortal push. That's also very strong in the early phases of the game because Immortal deals a lot of damage versus bunkers. So we'll see what's going on. Let's look at those units right now. 29 probes for MaNa and 25 SCVs for Strelok. Geez, my tongue seems to be doing very strange things when I'm speaking English. It's well, like it twists and bends in all those wrong directions that I'm not used too, and probably is going to be hurting me a lot in the hours or days after I finish those casts, but whatever. Let's see at those Marines whether they are going to kill MaNa instantly or not. The steam is not going to be finished for another 100 seconds, so I suppose that not much will be accomplished with those Marines. And yes, Strelok decides to go back to his base. MaNa was actually very well prepared for this attack. A good force field on this ramp would have split those Marines in half and actually this might have been enough for MaNa to kill all or perhaps half of those Marines. Still, Strelok's looking for any proxy pylons in here. He should check here. It's a very common place to build a pylon. Also here, more or less here, it's a good place to build a proxy pylon. Strelok didn't check those places. MaNa has an observer watching the entrance to Strelok's base, or actually an exit from Strelok's base. This is the way those units will be leaving when Strelok decides to attack, so a very good observer placement as always from MaNa. However, this time I think that he could have more pylons around the map. Yeah, he's going to be building them right now. This prop's heading probably somewhere here to build the pylon. Perhaps even he could build the pylon here and warp in some units on the higher ground here. So that's quite a strong tactic, but perhaps in the earlier parts of the game, or when of course Strelok's army leaves, because right now he could just steam and destroy all those units immediately, or perhaps could even destroy this pylon. Here we have seen those 4 Marines walking here checking for a proxy pylon. And Strelok is going to be moving out once again. Perhaps he's only going to be moving to this Selnaga towers. No, but there are 2 medivacs ready right now, and he's going to make a drop from here in here. I bet that he's going to do such a drop. But MaNa has 2 High Templars, and with good feedbacks this drop will become much weaker. But we'll see if MaNa decides to use feedback on those units, on those medivacs, or whether he's going to be waiting for Psystorm, which isn't ready yet, and won't be ready for another several seconds. If Strelok decided to attack right now, MaNa would have been in a very difficult situation, but Strelok actually decided to retreat and not attack, which is, in my opinion, a big mistake. I just wanted to take a look at units lost for a second. Only 3 units have been killed for this entire game for 11 minutes. Well, that's not much action, but we're going to be having another Marine killed. Yeah, so this unit's lost tab is now 33% larger than it was before, and MaNa decides to take a third. No, he has to cancel it. Very good place to be for this army, to force MaNa to cancel this Nexus. However, MaNa now has more and more High Templars, which have more and more energy. So MaNa's getting stronger and stronger by this simple mean. This Zealot, I think, that also prevented building. No building in here. I sounded like Whiterra for a second. Colossus is good unit, eh? Or something like that. Whatever. Strelok now has a Ghost Academy and 3 ghosts on the way, so in a few seconds he's going to be having a lot of EMPs, and those High Templars of MaNa will become much less, well, they're not going to be as strong as they are right now, so perhaps MaNa should be looking for some kind of engagement to destroy even part of Strelok's army. This will be a very... No, MaNa didn't move. Had he moved his units in here, he could have split the Terran army on this curve here and possibly destroy this whole army, but with good stutter step micro, Strelok's going to kill several units. No, he decided to get back because of this nasty storm that damaged almost all of his units to, well, half of his army to red state. But we have 6 medivacs right now, 7 medivacs right now, and large bio army with some ghosts. So this is not going to be a good situation for MaNa, I think. However, this place that MaNa's at right now is quite good, because if he moves here, then Terran's army won't be able to get through this choke, because a good Storm will kill half of MaNa's half of Strelok's army. And I think that this is going to be a base race scenario in which those players kill each other and then attempt to kill the remainder of all units with what they have left, because, well, right now neither player seems to be able to defend himself with the units he has in his base. Terran has a lot of SCVs and some Marauder Medivac Marine, while Protoss has absolutely nothing. Does he have a Storm here? No, not enough energy for a Storm, so it's definitely going to be a base race scenario. We can see Strelok evacuating all his buildings, and in such scenarios Terrans are so much stronger than Protoss, because their buildings can lift up and just escape. Those High Templars have enough energy for Storm, and if he has good Storm in here, then perhaps he will be able... Yes! Many units have been killed. Most of them have been damaged enough so that this small army of Zealots should perhaps just be able to destroy all those Marauder army. No, is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? No, it's definitely not enough. Too many medivacs, but MaNa has quite a large army in here, while Terran has almost nothing right now because of those good storms. Very good feedbacks. Those ghosts won't be able to cast EMP for quite a long time. I think it was a feedback on ghosts, not on medivacs. Are there any ghosts actually? Yes, there's one ghost exactly, and it was feedback on this High Templars. Is it going to kill something? Yes, just one Marine, but Strelok's not in a good spot. Neither of those players is in a good spot, but MaNa, I think that MaNa has greater army, and if he plays it well, if he plays it correctly, then perhaps just he might be able to win. But no, don't. Yes, exactly. I wanted to shout, MaNa, don't let your High Templars be killed, and he... Yes, exactly. Strelok evacuates all his army, his whole army, and does MaNa have enough for a Nexus? No, MaNa has exactly what he has, and he won't be able to build anything in this entire game, anything else than 2 Zealots, perhaps, from those gateways. Does he have any probes, actually? Yes, he has one probe. Where is the probe? Where is the probe? Oh, well, whatever. Actually, it doesn't make much of a difference, because there is not enough minerals for a Nexus, so both those players have what they have. MaNa has 25 Zealots, 2 Stalkers, 3 High Templars, which are the most important unit in here, and 2 Sentries, while Strelok only has 8 Marines and 6 Marauders. That's not enough to beat this army, even with great stutter step. That's not enough. We'll see how it goes. This observer is going to see everything. Very good storms, much less energy on those medivacs because of those storms. I think that Strelok should actually say GG right now, because I don't really think that he'll be able to do anything. If there is too much energy on those medivacs, they're going to be fedback, whatever, and get destroyed. So Strelok is in a very bad spot right now. All he can do is use this higher ground for his defense, and perhaps, just perhaps, by a sheer luck he might win, but I don't think so. I don't really think so. And MaNa's going to be using this one Zealot to get a view on the higher ground, but this Zealot's going to be destroyed before this storm does anything. It killed 1 medivac, I think, but it's not enough. Okay, I'm going to accelerate this video too much, because it's going to be cat and mouse right here. Another medivac was fed back, And Strelok, I think that he decides that it's enough right now. Very good micro from both of those players. They both know that they have what they have and they won't be able to get anything else, but MaNa seems to be... Yes, exactly. Another few medevacs got destroyed, I think 2 or 3 of them, and now Strelok, if he decides to move from here, he's going to be dead. Another medevac was fed back and destroyed, so it's 1 Marauder, 4 Marines and 4 SCVs right now. Strelok only asks whether MaNa has money for Nexus. Oh, okay. Strelok agrees on the draw because he has lifting buildings. That's actually not fair. That's very, very, very not fair, because MaNa had a better army, but just simply he had no way to destroy those buildings. So this game could have lasted forever. Well, actually not forever, it would have ended in a draw. Well, I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I know that it's a feature of Terrans that they can fly, that their buildings can fly, but it was a bit unfair. I think that Strelok should have admitted defeat. But, well, it is how it is. So thank you very much for listening, and see you on the next cast!